What's up? Too legit to quit. Collin over here, and together with
Yana, Azlee. Today we will be talking about humor as a defense mechanism. I be making jokes in the worst situations, dude.
dude, you're not wrong, man. That's me, like laughing at stuff to cope with shit. No, serious.
I saw a grandma on TikTok. You know how like as you grow older, you start seeing more and more funerals because like sometimes you outlive your friends and your family. So this grandma was doing this little get ready with me to visit my husband's grave. I was like, wow. And she's like, and then when she's done with the makeup and everything, she's like, I slay while they lay. And I was like, oh my god, I need that.
I
that
slay
quote.
while they lay. Shit, seriously.
I really need that on my gravestone, dude.
I don't know. Wait, I need to digest that. I slay while I lay. I love
I slay
it.
while they lay.
I slay while they lay.
Yeah.
Mic drop, dude. No, I like it.
I like her. She has the same sense of humor as I do.
Oh man, when I'm gonna go real old one day, like of course, definitely. Man, I don't know how I'm gonna be like, but I really would like to have that humor
Right?
still sticking around. Like I don't know, like maybe just like roll in a wheelchair, then sleep, jump, and then ha ha, and then run.
We'll say, woo! Throw your medicine at the doctors.
This is what my friends and myself want to do when we grow old. We want to open our own old folks home.
Like with block parties and stuff.
With separate rooms, block parties. But maybe those block parties will start early because we get really tired at night. But
You kind of just play bingo.
yeah, and forget. Like
Yeah.
what was it? What was I doing again?
What number was it?
Was it dingo or bingo? Arr. Pass me my dentures. That kind of shit.
Oh my god, speaking of dentures,
Yeah, dude.
my dentist told me to get dentures.
How do you feel about that?
I was like, am I that old? He's like, no, don't take me wrong. Because I have this rare dental condition called hypodontia.
Hypodontia.
Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? No, it sounds made up, but it is a thing.
It's a thing, dude.
It's a thing.
Hypodontia.
Hypodontia. But hypodontia.
Hypodontia.
It means I don't have enough teeth as an adult.
Oh, damn, son.
Like they just never grew. They were like, did you extract them? Or like what happened? I'm like, it just never showed up. So I have the same amount of teeth when I was a child, now. So I'm missing like maybe 8 teeth.
Wow.
But it's not in the front. See, it's like, but there's a gap, right?
All right.
If you all see my teeth. So like at the back. So my biting is not very efficient. So my doctor's like, you're gonna have to get either implants, which are gonna cost an arm and a limb.
Wow.
So it's either that or you're gonna have to get the cheaper option, which are dentures. And then he's like, otherwise you'll start losing teeth by 40. And then he's like, you're gonna get some root canals,
Damn.
And then I said, I already had root canals, bro. Come on.
Shit.
Hypodontia, yeah. It was just like, it dawned on me and I'm like, wow, I am aging. I'm totally aging.
Yeah. Perspective changes, man, when you grow older, especially the body. The body
Yeah.
decides just to tell you, like, I'm a knee now, but I don't want to work like a knee anymore.
Yeah. And you're just like, why was it okay when I was 29? I'm 30 now. So suddenly everything starts hurting.
Starts hurting. Realization starts to kick in.
Yeah. Before this, when I was a software engineer, I was able to, after work, I go
Wait.
like band practice, right?
Software engineer.
Oh, yeah.
You?
Another fun fact. Today is the day of fun facts.
I didn't even know that, Yana.
Oh, you didn't know?
I didn't know that.
Did I not
Software
tell you?
engineer.
Oh, yeah. I
Okay.
was software engineer, yeah.
Anyways, yeah. And then?
So I used to go to band practice. I used to perform right after work, right? I don't know how my body used to work, man, but I was going at it.
Yeah.
So weekends were for band practice or shows, or sometimes I perform at night. And
Yeah.
like they are high energy performances because I was in a pop punk band. So you know how pop punk bands are like,
High
right?
energy.
High energy is a lot of jumping, a lot of like crowd interaction. There was a time when I jumped off a stage and landed on my knee. It was so bad. I was hurting so bad, but the crowd was cheering. Adrenaline kicked in, and I
Suck it
was
up.
just like,
Suck it up. Suck it
yeah.
up.
I was just like, yeah, I meant to do that. But then after that, I'm like, guys, can you guys help me up?
Oh man. Oh man.
But like, I'm surprised I didn't really break my knees or anything
20,
from that.
you were 20 something.
I was 20 something, but if I did that now,
Yeah.
my leg randomly falls asleep now.
Same.
Right.
Same. I'm into rollerblading and I'm back into aggressive inline skating right now. And anytime I jump or when I land, man, it hurts, man. It's loud, dude.
The crunch, right?
The crunch is
the
loud.
crunch.
You gotta skate day by day. Like next day you're good, next day you're good. This one is like you do it once. I need to rest at least a week though.
You know how Muslims pray, right? It's like you kind of bend your body and then you kind of have to like do that.
Yeah.
So I prayed next to my husband, right? And then you're not supposed to laugh while you pray.
Okay.
But like I heard the crunches as he's bending. And I was like, and you hear it,
Click, click, click.
and I'm like,
Right.
I'm trying to concentrate here.
Let's pray for these knees right now.
It was so funny. And I'm just like, oh my God, we are all aging.
Exactly. I think the pain comes along with aging, man. I think we have to accept the fact that sometimes as we grow older, the perspective and our body and our mind and our emotions starts to develop and understand what pain is all about. I don't know about you guys, but I mean, like learning what pain is, it helped a lot though in perspective if you think about it.
It really does. Yeah.
Like, it can be like, I don't know, what's a very relatable pain? What, breakups?
Breakups, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember being ghosted once. There was no closure whatsoever.
Oh,
I had an
shit.
ex who was just like, it was an LDR thing. So this guy essentially, okay, it's this is like some tea, okay. So he's my classmate's brother,
Okay.
right? So we kept our relationship a secret because obviously it's weird, you know? It's probably a little bit weird. And his brother had no idea.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so then when his brother found out, that's when we broke up for the first time, and he kind of just ghosted me. And then we got
Wow.
back together, and then I told him, if you ghost me again, it's over. And then he's like, no, I won't do that. But surely enough, he did it.
Wow.
So I didn't get closure for so many years. This was before I met my husband.
Okay.
So in between, I was dating, but it wasn't serious. It was just like this guy and this guy and this guy kind of thing. But yeah, that was a perspective shift, because like you don't know what you did wrong. At the very least, if there's closure, you can probably figure out, okay, I broke up because of this and this. And then 5 years later, I was already engaged to my husband. So this guy came back.
For real.
Yeah, this
Shit.
guy came back, texted me. He's like, how you been? And I'm just like, how you gonna show up, bro?
Yeah, man.
Come on. What are you trying to do here, right? And then he apologized for what he did. He said he's been seeing a therapist and it wasn't me, it was him, which was very cliche, by the way. But
Okay.
I think I did play a little part in that. I think it got too serious too fast, and I was older than him. So I was kind of like, mentally, I was kind of ahead,
Right. Okay.
of the experience.
Yeah.
Not to say that age gaps mean the relationship won't
No.
work. Not to say that,
It's,
but
it's communication.
it's
dude.
communication, yeah. But sometimes some people mature faster than you, regardless of age. But in my case, because we were in two different places, I was interning and he was still in his first year of college.
Oh, okay.
So like
Right.
it wasn't a very big age gap. It was like 3 years.
Yeah.
So like basically he came back and then he reconciled with me, and then I told him, oh, by the way, I'm engaged. And he's like, oh. His reaction was kind of like, oh, and I'm like, oh, you're trying to get back.
Wow.
Yeah, so I showed like my husband, my then fiance, which is my husband now,
Yeah.
the message, and then my husband's like, oh, that's crazy.
It's crazy.
He didn't have
I
that much of
agree.
a reaction. He's just like, oh, interesting.
Man, that's cool as a cucumber, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is not an ounce of insecurity.
But talk about closure, man. Let's think about closure, like the definition of closure.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to breaking up and getting closure.
Yeah.
Right? I think it's important. Yes,
It really
I
is.
agree. But the perspective about closure in one's mind, it's also very important
Yeah.
to define your view about, am I a victim here? You're the victim, and I think it's very subjective.
Yes.
How how did you actually get your closure from before meeting your husband?
Basically, I was talking to a friend, right? So he brought up this thing called victim mentality.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he said, because like everybody wants to be a victim, but they don't want to be the one solving the problem, right?
Yeah.
Which makes sense in a lot of situations. So, like, if you think of yourself as a victim, you will never get out of that situation unless it's something that's really, like,
Of course, yeah.
something illegal. Then if somebody
Yeah.
did something illegal to you,
Aggression, violent, and all that.
aggression,
Of
violence,
course,
and
of
all that,
course.
then yes, you're a
Yeah.
victim. Yes, you can be a victim of emotional abuse. That's true. But sometimes when it comes to breakups, like sometimes you do play a part in why the breakup happened, right? So like a lot of self-reflection, and then I thought about it, maybe it was me too. But how do I overcome this the next time? And I did some self-reflection and realized I was actually not very what do you call that? My self-esteem was very low, and I depended on other people to have happiness. But happiness comes from like being self-content. So if you can't love yourself, how can you love someone else? So that's the kind of thing, right? And I was thinking, oh, I let people do this to me. That's why. I let myself get mistreated.
Yeah.
That's why people mistreat me. So you kind of attract what you allow yourself to have.
Yeah.
You get the love you deserve, kind of.
Yeah.
So putting that into perspective, I'm like, okay, I'm self-content. I do not care anymore.
Yeah.
And apparently, that was more attractive than who I was before.
Yeah.
Because before that, I was kind of like chasing for love, looking for love and stuff. After that, I'm just like, I don't care.
You mentioned just now something about how loving yourself. Somebody asked me this question: how do you love yourself?
By feeling self-sufficient. So it's kind of like you are always enough.
I think it's always. I think another part of it is accepting.
Yes,
I
accepting that
think
that's
it's
who you are.
accepting who you are.
Yeah, and like because people might think you're weird, but what's weird to the spider is not weird to the fly.
Yeah. Whoa! Drop my spider fly.
Yeah,
Damn.
I think I
Nice
don't know who
touch.
said that. I really don't know who
That's
said
nice, dude. Nice touch, though.
that. Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
a different perspective.
like somebody asked me like, how do you love yourself? And I went through a period in my life also, like everybody else, in a very confusing time, depressing and angry, sad, and yeah, it reached a peak in your age where you realize like everything's the same right now, and you feel so empty, feel so lost. And somebody told me you gotta love yourself. You gotta learn how to love yourself. I said, what do I need to do to learn to love myself? This might come across a bit weird, but I emailed myself, bro. I did, man. But
What
the
did you?
but
What did the email say?
But before that love email came, there was the email that was anger towards myself because I was looking for a channel to pour out.
Yes.
Now, one of the things that I struggle pouring out to people is because trust issues, which is one. Second, I don't feel safe if I'm going to share with someone I don't feel comfortable with.
True.
The third one is like getting the words out. As a man, it's so difficult getting words out because I grew up in a family which is like, don't ask, just do. Don't ask, just do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very Chinese, Asian. Don't ask, just do. Don't ask, just do. So I got myself into that brain of like, Yana, don't ask, just do, man. Just do.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
No emotions, just do it. So I emailed myself, but the email before that, I emailed myself prior to that. The good email was it was an angry email. I said like, dear Collin, you suck, you son of a bitch, and it went like
Yeah.
really, really, really dark and heavy. And when somebody told me like you gotta like maybe learn to love yourself,
Yeah.
then I started changing that email to myself. Hey man, you're doing good. It felt weird though, but it helped change
Really.
a lot of things. Like I started to be kind to myself.
Yeah.
By using kind words to myself because I think it's so easy for everybody to just get angry with yourself because you're your own worst enemy, right?
Yeah.
But no.
You're your worst critic as well.
I think you're also your best lifter.
Yeah, because like
Yeah.
you're on your own, kid.
You're
This Taylor Swift song. You're on your own,
you're
kid.
on your own. But I think it's also nice to tell people that you're not alone feeling this way.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
it's a relatable human experience, you know. Being
Exactly.
self-aware is good. Like for me, when I talk to myself, I imagine myself as a 5-year-old. So
Interesting.
so like
Okay.
would you be mean to that 5-year-old?
Wow.
You know?
Wow. Yeah, we should change our approach
Yeah.
with our self-talk. Another thing that I learned also, Yana, is like to change my tone when I speak to myself.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Change that tone. Be kind.
Yeah.
Don't go like, you son of a bitch, you idiot, you're a loser. No, change it to like, hey, it's okay. You know,
Yeah, it's like you'll be alright.
it'll be all right. And if you're gonna cry, go ahead. It's okay. So yeah.
Or make jokes about it.
I mean, like, if you guys can share it in your comments of your experiences too, that'd be great. Like, how did you get yourself back?
Yeah.
How
How
did
did
you
you yeah, how did you kind of like because like there are moments that you would lose yourself, but how did you reintroduce yourself to yourself?
The the return of the heart.
Yeah, the return of the heart.
The return of the heart, isn't that nice?
Yeah,
the
it's
return
really
of the
nice.
heart, and I think that a lot of us in different ages are going through that. So young people out there, people my age and people older and stuff, there, you're not alone, man. It's the same format with life, and we can get through this.
Yeah. Even for me, like losing friends or like breaking up was really hard for me. Friendship breakups hurt more, in my opinion,
Oh my God, yeah.
compared to relationships, right?
Yeah.
And to find out that people betrayed you or like backstab you, and it's just crazy, you know, because like that changed me.
Sometimes it's not even the bad things, bro.
It's not even the bad
Sometimes
things.
it's like friends just fade away.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, you didn't do anything wrong. They didn't do anything wrong. I mean, it's normal. People get married, they have kids and family, and then they start to fade away, and then you realize that you're not close anymore because of
Yeah.
circumstances and stuff like that. But I'm always open to new seasons and
New characters.
New seasons. Age doesn't matter right now. I'm hanging out with older guys. I'm hanging out with younger people, and I'm learning from both sides of perspective.
Yeah.
You know, I asked my uncle. He's about 70, and I said like, you grew up in the 70s as a teenager. You grew up in the 80s as a young adult. What's it like right now with
Yeah.
everything? And he's like, it's overwhelming.
Yeah,
but
it really
but I
is.
gotta keep up.
Yeah. You got to keep up. Like some older people don't bother keeping up, and that is what caused the disconnect between the generations.
A slow death, bro. Can't do that.
It's like you have to keep learning, like regardless of like how much experiences that you think that you have, you're gonna have to keep learning until you die.
Until you die.
Until you die. That's just the way it is. So like I'm personal friends with JD. So JD is a local musician.
Yeah.
Also a friend of Collin. So like, the music circle's pretty small. So he saw me growing up from when I was 15 until now I'm 30. So that's 15 years of him seeing me grow up into this young lady. And he's like, it's strange because I still see you as that 15-year-old.
It's cute, dude.
Yeah, and then,
cute,
and then
dude.
when I was still doing music, I'm like, JD, what do I do? And he's like, you got this.
Yeah. You got this.
Yeah.
Cool.
And he's learning himself because now he's like, what, 40 something? He's about your age.
He's
right?
he's my senior as well. So about 41, 42, 1 year, 2 years.
42-ish, right? 40
And
something.
yeah, we're learning as well.
Yeah.
We're learning.
He's learning and he's like, what's new in, I don't know, the music scene or something like that. Sometimes
I
he
do
can-
have to admit, sometimes it's overwhelming though.
It really
It
is.
is,
It
you know.
really is.
I catch myself printing, and then somebody asks me like, "Why don't you just put it on your phone?" I'm like, "Oh snap!
We're the
You're right. I just put it on my phone."
even for me, it's a transitional thing because like I grew up without the internet.
Yeah.
And then halfway through, the internet came. When I was about 12 or 13, that's when, MSN and all those stuff and MySpace.
ICQ.
ICQ. I don't think I had. Do we have ICQ? No, that was that was way back.
Back in those days, we use Yahoo to search for stuff. on
Oh,
the internet.
yep.
you know.
And it takes like
But we
one
don't go
business
around.
day.
We don't go around and say Yahoo it. Why don't you Yahoo it?
No, Google it has become a term.
Now Google it, right?
Google it, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that transition. So this, which is a very interesting topic. So somebody said the millennial pause. Have you heard of the term millennial pause?
No idea what's that.
So essentially on TikTok, right? Like the way Gen Z records themselves.
Okay.
So they'll straight away like start the recording and talk, right?
Okay.
Like for millennials, we start the recording, they were like, "Oh hey guys," like there's a little pause there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because we're waiting for the recording to start so that, the app picks up everything that we say. So there's a little bit of distrust in technology there. So
Interesting observation, man.
Yeah.
I think I do that too, you know.
like you pause and you're like, "Oh hi guys."
I'm looking at the thing moving, then okay, now I'm going. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
And
observation.
there's also this thing called the Gen Z shake, because like they don't even bother stabilizing their phone, right? They would be just like, guys, and the phone's like shaking. Guys, this is what happened to me. Like that's what Gen Z does. Chaos, right? So I'm like, I want to be more like Gen Z because like they are very trusting of technology.
Okay.
They put their lives in the hands of technology.
Yeah.
And then millennials still have that doubt. It's like
Right.
we want to make sure everything we said is captured.
Man, that's
Yeah.
trauma, bro.
Yeah, it's because we had the Y2K, remember? Like in the year 2000.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
Like,
where everybody thought the machines were gonna fail because the year turned from 1999 to 00, year 2000. right?
everything will be wiped out.
Yeah,
as they
everything
said.
will be wiped out, but nothing happened.
Nah,
there
nothing
was no,
happened.
There was no apocalypse. It was just like fear
No,
mongering.
we were still partying. Yeah.
Yeah, we were chilling. I was really young when in the year 2000. I think I was 7.
I remember like people were just freaking out because of their bank accounts with money in it. I don't think we were freaking out because we didn't have much money in it.
Or at all. How old were you
it's
in
like-
2000 when Y2K happened?
I just got out of high school, dude. Like 1999 was 17, and then 2000 was 18. So I was getting into
Still broke lah.
still using mommy daddy's money.
Yeah, I was 7. I had no business holding money in the first place.
Right. Right. But I remember that, like, you know, we had, yeah, there was a sense of panic, but on top of the panic, to deal with the coping of panic,
Yeah.
just like coping of laughing, we were celebrating.
We were.
We were celebrating. So you came back to the first part of this segment where you said laughing is a coping mechanism.
Oh yeah.
Pain also is a coping mechanism.
Pain is a coping mechanism.
Tattoos. Anyway,
Which is sometimes I like spicy food for that reason.
I love this art. I'm coping with the pain. Anyway, it's, I don't know. I might be, I'm just all over the place, guys. But anyway.
It's
yeah.
true though, because like I like spicy food, and
Yeah.
spice is not an actual flavor.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I like spicy food, and I like watching horror movies.
So you're one of those people that like to like get into the grit of the spiciness, like
Yes.
real spice.
Yes, it's to the point where I had acid reflux last week. Remember when I canceled the
you get-
podcast recording?
You get a kick out of this, dude, when you get to spicy stuff?
Oh, I get a kick out of it, man.
Really?
Yeah, I love it so much. If it's not spicy enough, I get mad. It's like an addiction.
Okay, then it's similar. Like, I like getting tattoos. It hurts. You like getting food, which is spicy.
Yeah, I like to burn my insides. Wow. Yeah, but at some point, like I got acid reflux. The doctor's like, you're gonna have to slow down, young lady, because like your stomach's not getting any younger, which is another reminder of my aging. Because I used to be able to tolerate spicier things and be fine, but I guess like you do reach a limit where your body just says it's time to stop.
It's time to stop.
Yes.
Man. Yeah, man. Watch out on your spiciness. I can't do spice too much, dude.
At all?
No, man. It hurts, but it's some spiciness is okay. If you try like nasi lemak, I can do nasi lemak, curry.
Curry is
That's
okay.
That's okay.
Have you tried the Indonesian sambal?
Sounds scary.
It is as terrifying as it sounds.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's really good. To me though, it's to the point where my husband has really bad spice tolerance, right? And then he's like, I don't believe you when you say it's not spicy. But he does believe me when I say it's spicy, because that means like he'll die if he eats it.
Wow.
Because my tolerance is really high.
Oh, man, that's amazing. That's a gift, though. It's crazy. Like,
I don't know if it's a gift or a curse though.
or is it a mindset? It's burning your tongue, bro.
I think it's a genetic thing because like my auntie,
There we go.
who
Genetic,
shares
yeah.
like similar. I was named after her, so
Okay.
her name's Anna.
All right.
So now I'm Yana.
Yeah.
So because like my mom's like I don't know what to name her. She's like, then my aunt's like just name her Yana. And then he's like, oh, after you. Then she's like, well, do you have any better idea? So then,
I think Yana is Anna in Malay,
kind
right?
of, yeah.
Like Abraham is Ibrahim.
Yeah. Because like her real name's not even Anna.
Oh.
Her real name is Shazida.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she does not look like a Shazida. And she's a twin. So it's Anna Ani.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's
Twin aunties.
yeah, twin aunties.
Nice.
The other one barely survived, but she's fine now.
Right, right.
She's one of the first twins in like that district. So you know, like back then, the technology's not that good. So it was really hard for twins to survive.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically going back, like basically she loves spice, and I feel like I take up after her because my mom doesn't tolerate spice very well. Neither does my dad.
Okay.
So she eats bird's eyes chilies. You guys can Google it. What that is
Bird's eyes chilies.
as a snack.
Crazy.
And she drinks hot boiling water to wash it down because she likes the pain.
What's her personality like?
Very spicy. She's very feisty, yeah.
I have a lot of questions, but we'll move on. We'll move on. Awesome, man. So how's it going?
I am dead tired, bro, from yesterday. I'm super, super sleep deprived. I've only had like maybe 4 hours of sleep, max, maybe less.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy shoot hours, right?
Yeah, crazy shoot hours. Because yesterday I was filming like these advertisement for like Eid. It started at 4 p.m. ended at around 5 a.m. It was very wild.
I'm sure you had fun though.
It was a lot of fun because like I met my old friends from the music scene. So fun fact, I was in the local Malaysian music scene for a bit, but I wasn't famous. It was just like, you know, something that I used to do. I was in a band. And then I decided to just sort of not do music anymore.
I mean, it went somewhere else. I mean, music is still there.
Music
right?
was still there. It's always there.
There's still music in whatever that you're doing, right?
Oh,
Like-
yeah, absolutely.
Like if you're not doing music, you're singing or you're listening to something
Yeah.
cool and so on and so forth.
It's always there. It's always been there. Like the thing that was very interesting was because the project involved writing a song for Eid, right? And then they said, "Oh, you can do metal scream, right?" Another fun fact: I can do metal scream.
Really?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah. But for fun though, I wasn't doing it professionally or on stage. I did do it on stage once, but people didn't realize it was me because I had another guy who did it as
All right,
well,
all right, cool.
along with me.
Right.
So we did like a pop punk metal Eid song for the advertisement, and my friend told me like you're gonna have to write your own lines, and I'm like I've never written a metal song before, and then he's like you can do it, come on, you got this.
How do you spell R? R.
So it's
Oh, okay. it's pretty interesting. It's fun though. It's an art by itself, right?
It's an art by itself, and I had a friend who's also in this metal band called Purbawara.
Wow.
So he's a metal singer himself. He's been doing it for 16 years. He's a really good friend of mine right now. His name's Zid.
Yes.
So he basically trained me how to do it properly without hurting myself.
Oh man, I gotta learn how to do that too. I love the art of screaming, man. Seriously.
We should have him over one day.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
yeah.
We should have him over.
We should have him over, like get into the details of like projecting your voice and not just like you know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like techniques around it, right?
It's a lot of techniques, and he taught me everything. And then he was just like, "You're actually, you got it." And then I'm like, "Really? I don't think I got it."
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, it's
I
really
love
fun.
that. I love that.
It rekindled my love for music, which was gone for a while.
Right.
You know, and I was just like, why did I ever leave? I never knew.
Nah, I don't think you can ever leave music, bro.
Nah, it's just,
Nah, man.
it's like that ex that keeps coming back.
It just and X bands that you used to like and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Listen to Spotify. Sometimes I randomly
Hinder,
hear.
hinder. You know?
Yeah. Was it the guy who sings?
Lips of an angel. I kind of actually grew loving songs that I actually hated when I was a kid. That's kind
Which
of weird, right?
which songs?
Like, went to karaoke the other day,
Yeah.
and we put up Backstreet Boys.
Oh my god.
And it was actually fun. And we even put up Spice Girls.
Oh my god.
And I actually like automatically sang along to the lyrics of Spice Girls songs. I
And
don't
you-
even like Spice Girls back in those days, right? Because like, oh my God, look at this bunch of women trying so much, but it was nice to look at, right? But at the same time, when you get older and then you listen back to the melody and the lyrics and how the song was made and how it was written, it was like, that's brilliant.
Yeah,
Yeah, you kind of
absolutely.
like, that's brilliant.
It-
And you can have fun with it.
Yeah. Did you know I met Sporty Spice before?
Oh man, how was she like?
She was really, really nice. I was on Asia's Got Talent. Another fun fact.
Really? I didn't know that, dude.
You didn't know?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I was on
Okay.
Asia's Got Talent, but I was like, I don't know, I was more like the clown of the show because I was clowning around a lot. I wasn't taking the reality show very
Wait,
seriously.
you're the participant or you're actually part of the production? Which
Participant.
Participant.
Yeah, I was
Oh, okay, okay.
auditioning for it. But like I auditioned and then it's because like I had a sad backstory. So that's literally the only reason why I passed in the first place, right? So Sporty Spice,
Okay.
I think it was Melanie C.
Melanie C.
Mel
okay.
C, right? Mel C is
Mel
one of
C.
the I think it was
Alright.
Mel C, if I'm not mistaken.
Interesting.
I met Mel C. She was one of the judges, and then basically I got the I got the
Mel
buzzer. I think it was Mel C. Was it Mel C?
Okay.
We
yeah.
gotta fact check. Sporty
Okay.
Spice.
Melanie C. Oh, Sporty Spice. Yeah.
Yeah, Sporty
Yeah.
Spice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's her. Yeah, that's who I met. So she was one of the judges, and then before I go, and then she was telling me like you would make a really good stand-up comedian.
She did.
Yeah, and I was
Wow.
just like, I don't know about that, because I've never like dive into it. So then I. Before I said goodbye, I said, "Oh my God, Melanie, can I have a hug? I'm a big fan of Spice Girl." And she's like, "Yeah, sure." So we had a hug.
Wow.
But it wasn't televised. But I remember, I remember hugging her.
That's pretty cool, right? To like
Yeah.
meet like people that you grew up with
Yeah.
and in music and then you get to see them and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she told me like, "You're gonna go big someday. I want to see you back."
My celebrity encounter was I had to work as a liaison officer for MTV World Stage when they had it in
Ooh.
Sunway Lagoon many years back. And Robin Thicke, Far East Movement.
Was it 30 Seconds to Mars?
No, it wasn't that one.
It's a
And then
different
there's some, and then there were a Korean group. I think 17. I think 17. This big group of K-pop lah. This one.
Yeah,
K-pop.
yeah.
And wow, everybody was nice.
Were they?
Not
They're
all.
Like, not all. I mean, I'm like,
I mean, like I can understand the traveling and the heat
Yeah.
in our continent and of course, I'm sure it's very tiring to tour and to perform so many times.
oh yeah.
But I appreciate those who make the effort to be kind and smile,
Yeah.
and say hello and it felt it was like for me it felt like, yo, you're a celebrity, and then after that you just realize that okay,
They're just people.
they're just people, they're just working.
Yeah.
You're just working. And I can imagine like how tiring it can get
It really is.
traveling and meeting different people and putting on a smile because everybody is expecting you to be kind and be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't blame those I don't blame celebrities or artists to be off the hook a bit.
Yeah.
They're humans, man. They're humans, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And speaking of celebrities, what do you think about Michelle Yeoh, man? She won a Oscar for
Oh my God. That was just a very emotional moment because she's one of ours. Okay. I'm just going to say,
Dude,
right?
I
we're
watched her
Malaysian.
movies from Hong Kong before she went to the American scene,
Is it Crouching Tiger?
No, dude, like
Way
Police
before.
Story with Jackie Chan, man, back in those days, bro.
Oh my God.
Dude, like the analog days, like we'll go to the theater and then she'll come up and we don't even realize that she's actually from Malaysia because she's been in Hong Kong films.
For so long, right?
I mean, like, I'm 41, so you can imagine back in the 90s, I was watching it as a teenager. I said, wow, this is a very awesome actress, man. And she's acting with Jackie Chan, And then I think somebody said like, oh, she's Malaysian. I said, oh, nah, no way. And to see that she's receiving the Oscar,
And she said she mentioned Malaysia
yeah,
on the Oscar stage.
exactly. But the one that hit me the most is the other Asian guy. What's his name?
Okay, which one?
Dude, from Goonies, bro. From the movie
He's also
Goonies.
from Encino Man, right? He's the kid
He's the
with
kid,
Brendan
bro.
Fraser.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean like the early days.
Yeah.
When he was acting, even I think it was Indiana Jones. He was also.
Yeah,
there
he's
was a scene-
the
there
he was
a
the one that the
scene,
kid.
right?
Yeah, with Harrison Ford.
And
right? That's the kid.
That's amazing. His speech was so organic,
It's so moving.
so moving.
It's very relatable because like
Yeah.
coming back, in a sense where sometimes when you have passion for something, it always comes back. Like how I quit music and then I start recording music and I'm like, why did I ever leave? You know?
You never know, dude. You can't fight with time, man. It's crazy.
No.
Time tells you like when it's gonna happen, dude. Like of course we got a plan and stuff like somebody tells you like tomorrow's meeting's at 3 p.m. You can respond to them and say like, I'll come organically in whatever time. Time speaks to me. No. I mean, like the power of time. You know what I mean? The power
Yeah.
of time and it was so moving. How did you feel when you heard him speak?
I feel like maybe like this rekindled love for music
Yeah.
actually means something. It's
Yeah.
kind of like maybe content creation might be my main thing, but music might come back just as a passion when I don't have to rely on it anymore.
I look forward to
right?
it, dude. I'll work with you. I don't mind. I'll be so
Yes.
happy to work with you when it comes to like music as an audio engineer and musician. Dude, let me know. I'm ready.
Yes.
I'm ready to hit the jamming studio, take out the guitar, play some chords, come up with some funny song. I'm ready. I'm down for that.
I'm just very nervous because I haven't done it in so long.
What genre would you like to go for?
Probably metal. It's very interesting because I was talking to Zid about it and I was just like, there's just so many techniques that I've never known
I love
before.
metal. It's so technical, dude.
It's very technical. And
Yeah.
I was just like, people keep saying like, oh, it's just people yelling, and I'm like, no.
Nah.
There's a lot that goes into it.
Until you pick up the guitar and start learning how to play metal, then you realize, oh, that's why it's so technical. That's
It's
why
very
it's so interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I'm down for that.
Yeah, we should totally do that. We should get him in as well. We should get a couple of people in and see. It's just like a for fun thing, Like we don't have to perform it if we're not ready. It could just be like,
Nah, we have a party. Like I don't know what they call it, block party. We invite our friends.
Yeah.
And then we have some of our friends to perform and then you perform. And
Yeah.
then it's like a party.
yeah, we don't have to have outsiders. It's just like a safe space where,
Yeah, invite only, Maybe
Yeah.
put it live and then maybe some of you guys can watch it too so you can see that we're performing it. And Yana to, preview or premiere your written song.
Oh my God.
Keep it simple, Keep it simple. Like I maybe just acoustic guitar, or I can get the band for you, dude. Seriously.
Really?
Yeah, I can get the band. I can get the drummer, bassist. I can play guitar, and you just share the song. Then we'll just put it together, and then maybe premiere it. I don't know.
That's so cool.
That'd be fun. Like everybody else we can go live, and I'm just suggesting.
Yeah,
You know,
we should totally do that because it sounds really fun. But invite only because like I'm not ready to like expose myself to like the general audience, which is ironic because I do want to expose myself to you guys.
You want to share, don't you?
I want to share, but it's not
Yeah,
like
yeah.
to live audience where people can.
I
just
know.
Boo.
I know. Digital boo.
Digital boo.
Digital thumbs down. Boo.
Digital thumbs down is less intimidating.
And then you go, oh.
Be like,
Oh, okay, scrolling. But anyway, yeah. But yeah, think about it, okay? Let me
Yeah.
know, and I don't mind. It'll be fun. It'll be fun.
we still need a jingle for the podcast. So
Jingle
that could be
for
the
the
first one.
podcast.
We could do that first.
I like hip hop.
You like hip hop?
Mm-hmm.
Why not combine hip hop and scream?
Wow.
Why not? I heard a song yesterday. I will show you later.
Okay.
There's this band that I discovered yesterday.
Awesome.
From my friend. It was really good.
Where's the band from?
It's American. It's an American band.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really, really good.
All right.
So maybe we can do something like that.
I think next time we can also share some of our local bands from Malaysia to our audiences.
Yes, absolutely. Like,
and you guys figure it out and see like what you guys think.
yeah, because like we don't want this to just be us talking. We want to expand and maybe have a segment for like performances as well. We want to do something for.
That is so rad. I'm up for it, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like this is like a long term kind of thing. But we're still considering. We'll see what we can do.
I'm so excited. I like it. Anything with music, dude, let's go.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like because we can't run away from music. Because like Collin kind of stepped back from music, and then he's kind of like,
kind of go old.
yeah, it's like
But I do miss it though. I do miss it.
I miss it
I
too.
won't deny it. That's why karaoke. Oh, thank God for karaoke.
oh yeah.
The only shitty thing about karaoke is like, the music that I want or the band that I want is not here.
The music video is the stock video, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the specific song that I want to sing is not in the system, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so
There's
it's
always
like,
that.
yeah.
It's always that.
And random music videos with the music that you choose. I don't know. This girl's touching fountains and it's an Incubus song, a Drive.
Oh yeah, they don't have the original video, right?
No, it
Because they
was
don't really have a music video.
some random girl in a fountain area with some birds and ships and
A badly animated airplane.
yeah.
It's so much fun though. Karaoke is how I discovered I can do metal screaming.
Exactly.
That's how I did it. Because like I was singing a Linkin Park song. This was like when Chester Bennington passed away, right? So may his soul rest in peace.
I miss him so much, dude.
I missed him so much, and then I was just like, I picked a couple of Linkin Park songs. One of it was Faint. There's a screaming part in it.
Whoa,
And then
yeah.
before this, when I picked the song, I always skip that part. And then I'm like, you know what? Maybe I can try it. Then in the car, right? I tried in the car first. So
Best place to do it.
best place to do it, right? Because like I discovered I can do this.
Ooh, okay.
So I was just like, what if I add some tune?
Right.
So I go, no.
Ooh, wow.
And then I was like, maybe that's it. And I'm like, okay, let's try this, So I did the entire line. I was just like, I can do it. And I was like, okay, time to freak some people out. Went to karaoke with my friends, right? They didn't know that I could do it,
Right.
Because I didn't post about it. And then it got to that part and I screamed and then they were like, what?
I'll be impressed. It'll be fun, dude.
Yeah, they was just like, where did that come from? And I was just like, I don't know. I just discovered I could do it and I just wanted to try it.
Anybody who never tried it should do it.
Yeah, you should do it. It's actually easier than you think. So
Anyway, I gotta go to the toilet after this, so we're gonna take a break.
we're going to take a break. We'll be right back with another segment.
Dude, you got something you want to say to me, right?
Yeah.
What's that? What is this topic you want to bring in?
Eat ass. No, I'm kidding.
Eat ass as a vulture. Gotcha. Nothing this actually. Okay.
Guys. Okay, so this segment is called Red Flag, Green Flag.
Red flag, green
You know,
flag.
not red light, green light. That's a Squid Game thing.
Red flag, green flag.
This time we'll be talking about the red flag and green flags of friendship.
Crazy.
Yes.
You don't even know until you get into the friendship after a couple meets.
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And then there is also a line of like understanding where your friend is coming because there's expectations in friends.
Yes.
You're my friend, right? You're supposed to agree with everything I say. You're supposed to know. I told you all my secrets. I told you everything. I was vulnerable with you, man. You should be on my side. You should be my supporter. Aren't you my friend? Red flag.
Yes, absolutely. That means they want you to be an enabler.
But there's another part of friends that there's a difficulty. I don't know if I'm going to be a friend or not if I don't tell you the truth.
Yes.
Seriously, dude.
Me too.
Seriously,
me too.
like if there's something that you're doing right now that it's really bad, and then I'm telling you that it's not good for you, and then you come back to me and say like, but you don't understand me. But I do understand you. That's why I'm telling you not to do it.
Yeah.
And it becomes a red flag on your side because I'm your friend.
Yeah.
God damn, son. Everybody's taking up flags, bro.
Because it's like red flag.
Red flag.
But you know, flags
Green
don't matter
flag.
if you're colorblind.
What do you, if you're colorblind, you got a lot of friends.
Everything would just look like flags.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, go. Like for me,
If I say blind people have a lot, okay, never mind. I won't go there. Okay, never mind.
you would.
Oof.
For me, like
Be
a friendship.
sensitive. Be
red
sensitive. Okay, yeah.
flag. Not trying to get canceled here.
Not trying to get canceled. But yeah, man, any experiences of like red flag Green flag friends, man.
I think a red flag would be when somebody is very comfortable to talk bad about somebody they're close to.
What?
Yeah, I had this experience before with like people from from my past,
Okay.
where they're so comfortable talking smack about their boyfriend or their best friends. To me, okay, strangers have this thing where they like to overshare things with me.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, 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 yeah. I have
so
some friends that like automatically, you're so comfortable. Blah, everything comes out.
yeah, and it's sometimes it's people you just met,
But
so it's
but you can't assume, guys. Not everybody actually accepts it. All right.
yeah,
So just
so
because somebody
it's
is quiet doesn't mean that person is taking it in. The person's like, far up, dude, my lie, man. I didn't ask to be this shit.
that's the problem. I wasn't quiet. Now I'm quiet. But so before that, I wasn't. I was like a loose cannon. So I used to like sort of like say hi to everybody. So like I see somebody I know there, I'll go like hi.
Energy, energy.
You know,
Hey,
it's
hey.
just a lot of energy. But eventually, I find out that people are actually really shitty. Some of them. So now I'm a skeptic.
It's even worse if they don't even know they're shitty.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm such a cynic. So before this, there was this girl that I was friends with.
Wait, Yana, define cynic for me again. Cynic.
Cynical, it's kind of like you're sarcastic.
Oh, okay,
Right?
okay.
Is cynical sarcastic? Ish. Okay, let's Google it. Let's
Cynic,
Google it.
cynic.
Okay. Let's do
I
the Gen
hear that
Z.
a lot, but I really want to get into the definition of it.
Cynic. Okay, cynic.
What is cynic?
Believing that people are motivated purely by self-interest, distrustful of human sincerity or integrity. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
What? Distrustful.
Distrustful. So like I believe like everybody has an interest. Self-interest. Like they're doing things for-
Agenda.
An agenda. Yeah, everybody has an agenda until proven otherwise.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah, so like for me, I used to be friends with everyone, right?
Yeah.
And then I found out, oh, this person is just friends with me because of this. Or like I find out that they're actually talking smack about me. So going back to the red flag, if they are so comfortable talking about like their boyfriend or best friend like that, there is no surprise they will be talking about me behind my back. You know what I mean?
Pretty much consistent with the results in society's social agendas.
Yeah, exactly. So
I'm
it's
saying, like,
self-interest.
Maybe 70%. I don't know. I don't want to assume, but maybe some of you guys can relate like to that kind of situation. Somebody's nice in front,
Yeah.
and they can talk about somebody else. They can do that. They can do the same to you, right?
Yeah. Partially why I quit
Do you
music.
call them out?
No.
Why not?
Because I found out super late. I had no idea.
Come on, there's no lateness in it. If you're gonna call them out, you call them out, right?
But
Should you call them out or not? That is because you believe that this friendship can work out, or if you feel like it's not gonna work out, you just like
I usually drop people. I don't have the energy for it.
sad, right?
It like for me, if they want the best for me, right? Because like I did find out like some of my friends do talk behind my back, but it's not. It depends on their intentions.
Yeah.
Because sometimes like they're discussing among themselves to see like how do we intervene with her
Okay.
behavior? Right? How do we talk about it? And then they'll be like, okay, so we had this consensus.
Okay.
So like this is what you need to improve. I like those kind of friends.
Yeah, those are good, right? Yeah.
But not people who go around talking smack and kind of
Complaining.
like complaining about me.
Yeah.
Because like before this, the reason why I quit music was because I found out people were spreading false rumors
Oh,
about
dude,
me.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. About
Yeah.
that, man. It's going on. It's always been the drama, and people
It's
keep
always been
talking,
drama.
and it's so difficult.
Yeah,
right?
even to this day, there's a lot of drama in the scene. So like that part, I don't miss.
So what happened to the honest policy? Like, how do we implement this honest policy? Like, we say, like, we want to be honest. We're a society, we want to be honest. But then when we call out somebody that is talking behind our back, and we want to be honest with it, and that person doesn't take it well, how do we do it? How do we deal with that?
Drop them.
Especially family members.
Oh, family members. Oh, touchy subject. Okay, so family
I mean,
members.
friends, right? But family, bro. Like,
Yeah.
dude, this could be your brother. This could be your sister.
I recently called out my mom for like something.
How did that went?
So it didn't go very well. Didn't go very well.
If it didn't go well, that's work to do.
But the thing is it worth it? Because like if you're the ones trying and they're not moving, there's not gonna be progress. It needs to be mutual, right? So I called my mom out for like something that she said, and I was like, maybe it's just how you interpret the situation, right?
Yeah.
Because there's always your side of the story, this person's side of the story, and the truth, right?
Yeah.
In between, because like there's different perspectives to see it. You know, if you turn, so you turn a phone,
Yeah.
one side is black, the other side is pink, this side is gold.
Yeah.
So, like, it's just how you see it. So I was just trying to make her see it, and then she was very defensive about it. So I feel like
She's
okay,
reacting to it.
she's reacting to it, and then I said, no, I'm just trying to make you see it in a different way so that you don't overthink it anymore. Because like sometimes it's just you're overthinking because overthinking kills.
It's
you know.
tough, dude, because look, it's a mom and daughter thing, man.
Yeah, and I'm the youngest, so
And not only that, there's this emotional twine that's blood to blood because
Yeah.
family, right? And it's even more difficult to approach. Like if it's you and your mom, imagine guys to their dads.
yeah,
Dude,
even harder, right?
you've been to Siberia. That's how my dad is, cold.
I thought you were gonna say polar bear.
Oh, polar bear, next level, man. At least he goes underwater and stuff, right?
It goes
Like,
deep.
I try to talk to my dad sometimes, like deep stuff and like serious stuff. He goes like, you know, it's like shit, man. Your walls are up, innit? Yeah. Who said my walls are up? You know, and yeah, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. Like even I know my dad wants to even try to break through of that relationship and conversation between a son and a father, and I caught him coping with it with so many awkwardness. We took a car and we had a drive to a place, and it's a few hours drive, so it's just me and my dad. So here's a bit of context. Me and my dad, very rare conversations, okay? Not like mother and daughter, but you know, we're both struggling.
Yeah.
It's small talk. So how's work? How's doing? How's your work? My work's fine. That's it. And then we like, and then it's awkward. It's so loud in the car. Awkward. And I try to make the efforts like ask my dad questions like, how was it like back when you were 17 or 20? And my dad's 70, by the way, and he goes like, well, there weren't much choices in career. So it's either you go to private or you go to government.
Yeah.
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 So I actually learned how to forgive my dad by having that kind of conversation, because understanding where he's coming from
Yeah.
in today's age and everything that's happening, and is it overwhelming to you? And then it's like, I think he said yes, dude. So yeah, it's one of the things that I remember. So between you and your mom, it's like it's totally understandable. Like
Yeah.
trying to call him out, because you love them, right?
Yeah. I'm just trying to, because she's overthinking so many things, and I'm just like, sometimes it's just not true. It's all in your head. I'm not gaslighting her, but I'm just saying like the way I see it as an outsider, because like my sister was kind of different. She's more of like, okay, add fuel to the fire type. She go, yeah, that person sucks,
I do not want peace. I want problems. You know,
Yes.
because,
Like for me, I learned to choose my battles now because I have limited energy.
dude,
I'm anemic.
dude, don't blame you. Don't blame you.
I don't have that sort of energy. So I was just telling my mom, like maybe you should reserve your energy for something that actually is worth fighting, because sometimes the fight
Right.
isn't even there. You know what I mean?
Petty.
It's just petty little things. And then I told her like, it's not what you think, because like I totally get what that person was doing and all that. It's definitely a misunderstanding. But yeah, so I was asking her one day because like I invited her to the podcast and she said nah, because I was
I'm sure she will one day. I'm sure she will. It's just like give her some time, right?
yeah, I hope she
Yeah.
doesn't take too long.
Maybe she needs to watch some of the episodes, then maybe she can see how.
She did. Oh, like off topic. She did watch the first episode. That's how she found out I'm
She did?
freelancing.
She did?
Yeah, you know what she said?
What did she say?
She's like, your friend Collin is really good. And I'm
Oh.
like, what about me? She's like, you're right.
Thanks, Auntie. Shout out to you, Auntie. Thank you. You're my first good reviewer.
She's like, your friend Colin's really like eloquent, right?
What? No, come on. Okay. Anyway,
Really?
stop. My nose. You gotta close it.
She's like, I'm like, yeah. He's like, he used to be like a DJ and
Thanks,
everything,
Auntie.
you know.
Love you. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
She thinks you're really talented, and I'm
Thank
like,
you.
what about me?
It
She's
helps a
like,
lot. I appreciate it.
yeah.
Appreciate it. Because I can be honest, I felt a bit nervous doing this podcast thing, but we're doing this now, and I'm okay with it. It's pretty cool.
You can trust my mom's review. She is very brutal.
This is
with her
fun.
review.
What, your mom?
Yeah, she's very brutal.
Straight up.
So if
Take
it
it.
sucks, it sucks, you know.
Well, okay.
And she's gonna tell you straight up. Nah.
Yeah. Okay. That's nice. That's
Yeah.
nice. So red flag, green flag,
Green
friends
flag.
and family, man. I mean, that's the reality in it. But I'm sure there's a way that we can actually find a solution.
Yeah.
The question is like to our viewers is like, if you're gonna call your friend out for doing it, I think you're calling them out with love
Yeah.
because you care. You know.
Yeah. I used to be upset when people call me out, but like eventually it's
Me
more
too.
of me.
Pride and ego, right?
Yeah, it's a me
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
It's a self-esteem thing.
It hurts.
It really hurts.
It hurts because I realize that why does it hurt? I ask myself, why does it hurt when people call me out? Why does it hurt when somebody calls you out and say that you did this to them? Like, why is it so difficult to accept that? Then I realized that I was actually basking in a lot of guilt. And this guilt was actually made from a conditioning when I was a kid growing up. You see, when I grew up in a family where if there's anything that happens in the house, minimal, how would you call it? Minimal, let's just say I spill a milk. I spill the glass with water on the table.
Yeah.
And then my parents will go like, oh my goodness, you're so callous, you know? Why did you do that? Didn't you see the glass? So there was there's a lot of this blame. I felt blamed. I felt guilty. I felt horrible. I felt like nobody told me that it was okay because it was minimal, very small, circumstances that happened.
The problem is they never tell you why or how to fix it.
Yeah. So that was another thing that I just found out that I have to deal with, which is accepting that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
That I wasn't taught about, the small little things that happen in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why when people call me out, I find it so difficult to
Yeah.
accept it. I feel guilty. It was easier to feel guilty than to actually take a step back and say like, okay,
How do I fix this?
I'm taking ownership. I'm taking responsibility for what I've done. And I think doing that helps a lot.
It really does. Like that's why gentle parenting is super important because there was this mom influencer. So basically, her kid spilled, I think, chocolate milk.
Yeah.
In front of the TV, and it almost hit the wires and everything.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh no!" And then but she doesn't overreact or yells at the kid.
Yeah.
But she explains how it happened and how to avoid it next time.
Yeah.
So she told the kid, "Okay, this is why you let mommy do it for you,
Oh,
right? But
yeah.
like the next, if you don't want to spill it, you need to ask mommy, because if you spill it, it will hit the TV, right?
Dude,
When
that
it
helps
hits the
so
TV.
much, bro.
Yeah,
That helps so much. Right? And like being in this age right now to receive that kind of like, what do you call this? A reference or teaching?
teaching. Yeah,
Yeah. It took a while for me to accept it, and I realized that okay, I can deal with this right now.
Yeah.
I can deal with if somebody's gonna call me out, I'm gonna let them speak. I'm gonna listen, empathize, and then tack. And I think if we all practice this, we can start to learn how to actually listen.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
Can you imagine you call me out one day, hey man, the other day, Collin, you did this, did that, did that. If I didn't know about this, I'd be like, hey, yeah, F you, man. Yeah, what are you trying to do? Attack me, huh?
Yeah.
You're the problem, If God made a mistake, it was you, that kind of shit. Because there was a lot of anger. But I realized that maybe all of us can actually understand how our conditioning when we grew up It
Yeah.
can help a lot for men and women.
Yeah, like I had this friend who told me, call me out when I make mistakes, right? So I kind of drifted apart from this friend. So like we weren't like super close, but we always had this like brother and sister bond. And he's also a TikToker. No,
Okay.
I will not tell you who it is. If you know, you know. So so basically, he's like a little brother to me.
Yeah.
He's really young. He's like 22. So I'm like 7 or 8 years older than him.
Okay.
So he's always like, if I actually make you mad, you have to tell me because I really care a lot about you.
That's nice.
So I was just like, but every time I do, he gets defensive and he's just not
Whoa.
very receptive of what I say and he shifts the blame on me.
Interesting.
So then
Okay.
eventually that happened so many times that I gave up, and I kind of just let the relationship fade. And then I realized that he's been stalking my Insta story
Red flag, bro.
quite a bit. Yeah, it's a bit of a red flag, but he's really young, which is not an excuse, I know, but I'm just saying that he needs to learn.
So, calling out, accepting, taking ownership, and for the person that is doing the calling out, I think it's like we gotta learn how to let go too. We gotta
Yeah.
learn how to let go. I mean, like we do as much as we can as friends, as individuals,
Yeah.
and sometimes just to protect our own mental health, just to even take
You
care
walk
of,
away.
we learn to walk away, but not in a way that is vengeful or like you deserve it, you should die, the kind of thing.
Nah, nah. It's more
No,
like for your
yeah.
own self-preservation.
Walk away with like, I'm gonna let this go. I'm gonna let the universe take over,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna wish this person will have my blessing.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
and I keep up with his progress and I'm really proud of where he is now. Because like I was
Yeah.
part of that process, So like he's garnered like millions of following by now. So I'm like proud of you. Good for you.
That's friends, right? But
Yeah.
family is different though.
Yeah.
But I think it's okay to learn how to walk away from family members for a while. Keep a
Yeah.
distance. Keep a distance.
Keep a distance. It's like
okay.
some family members are good in small doses.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like why I wouldn't say like I don't get along with my family members, but it's just like we have very different ideologies.
There's always a clash.
There's always a clash
Yeah.
and there's always a lack of like wanting to listen. So also because like
Especially family members.
yeah. And that imaginary hierarchy of like, oh, she's young, she doesn't know what she's talking about.
Yeah, she's my sister. She's stupid.
Yeah, she's like, oh, like what JD says, like maybe they see me as like a kid. So it's hard for them to accept that, yo, she's 30. She
Yeah.
has lived like I'm my mental age is probably 70 now. I don't know because
I don't remember what you just said. Anyway,
I'm like, sorry, what?
why am I here? Anyway, okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, I get it, dude. I get it. And yeah, I think when we learn how to talk about this more, maybe with your friends, like, okay, emotions aside, try to bring it in a more, safe.
Yeah.
Make it a safe environment, and share your stories in the comment, man. We like to hear that.
We'd like
about,
to hear that.
calling out friends and family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us your stories and maybe we might talk about it in the next podcast.
Yeah,
and
let's
see
talk
what it's
about it. Let's get into the depth of it, and then
Yeah.
we'll figure this out as human beings in society, and wherever you are and
Yeah.
whatever you're doing.
And anyways, we've reached the end of the podcast. This was really great. Thank you guys for watching. This is a very long episode that, we've never done before. So if you've stuck around, subscribe, check out our other content. Follow Collin as well. I linked his socials down in the description down below. Check out his work.
Thanks, guys. Yeah.
So we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.